Boy, IT guy.
We are a go.
All right.
Fixes the
Internet
problem.
connection.
All right. Sweet. Hey, well, guys, sorry for that delay. Thank you so much to Staff Sergeant Harden, who is our executive producer. He kind of worked through the kinks.
Sure.
He does a lot of our heavy lifting when it comes to getting us live on these Twitch channels. So, again, welcome to Recce University's live Twitch stream. I'm Master Perez. I'm here with Sergeant Marshall and then Sergeant Murdock. And before we get started, though, I kind of want to give a shout out to the Innovation Lab here at the 548th ISRG for letting us stream out of here. A lot of the equipment we're able to use from them, as well as the top 3 for sponsoring some of our equipment. And then for those of you that's tuning in for the first time, just kind of give you a little bit of background. So we started this initiative with the intent to merge fun live gaming with professional development. But let me be clear, this is not professional military education. There's no lesson plan, there's no structure. There's none of that. So this is simply just real discussions by airmen just like you, and about topics that add some value to you. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to these guys. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to hit up on the chat, and we'll pass it along to them. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Staff Sergeant Nick Murdock, and I'm in the 13th Intelligence Squadron. Been in the Air Force about a little over 7 years now, from Flint, Michigan, and I'm in ELANT, Electronics Intelligence.
I'm Zach Marshall. I'm in the 548th OSS. I'm a 1-0. I've been here for almost a year now. I've been in the Air Force for about 6 years, over 6 years now. And I'm originally from Paradise, California. Alright, so we're going to find a match real quick.
Alright, so today we're going to talk to you guys about mistakes that we've made in our career and how it hurt us and what we've done to come back from it. So, I was in for about 4 years and I got a DUI, and we'll talk a little bit about the day that happened. I met a girl, and started with the girl. It wasn't her fault, it was my fault. So, she was going to work. We were on opposite shifts. We work in the same place, and she needed a babysitter, so I was watching her kids. So that's how my DUI story starts. Hung out with them for a while, put them to bed, and then I just was watching TV. I think I was watching Lost, actually, so don't like watching Lost anymore. I was having a few drinks. Oh, yeah, we're just waiting for the game to connect. It's still loading. But yeah, so the night I was watching TV. We work mid, so we're in there till 5 in the morning or so. I think she was getting home at like 3, 4 a.m. that day, and I noticed there was no food in the fridge, so I thought I was going to be sweet and run down to the grocery store real quick while the kids were asleep and grab some food and cook for her when she got home, instead of just going to bed like a smart person. But I never made it back home that night. Wound up in the ditch. It was January, and it was rainy, so the roads were all wet. And I was driving down Feather River, and a deer jumped out in front of me, ran across the road. I swerved it. I missed the deer, but I wound up about 6 inches from a telephone pole in a deep ditch. So that's how my night started.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, that's quite a story. All right, so yeah, I'll just start off with mine then. I got mine. Let's see. I think it was like 3 years in the military back in like 2016. So I was stationed in New Mexico at a good old Cannon Air Force Base. I was on leave. I came back home to up here actually in the Chico area. And my night I was hanging out with some friends, and I wasn't even planning on going out. Like, that's the thing that kind of sucked. I was just planning on staying in and chilling. But then I heard I had a bunch of old high school friends at the bar, and they wanted to meet up. So me and one of my buddies, we leave, but a couple of my other friends stayed behind. And so I knew that, okay, I'm going to drive down there. I wasn't really sure if I was going to drink or not, but if I do, I can at least call my buddy back at home, to come pick me up, right? And he said that was cool. Anyway, so we go to the bar. That night I had 2 beers and a Vegas bomb. That Vegas bomb was not a good idea, but yeah, so I had that, and that was like around midnight, I would say.
Yeah, the internet connection's broken. Can't find a match.
You guys should probably 1v1.
Just 1v1? Okay, yeah.
Well, that's gonna be fun.
You scared?
A little bit.
I think you put computer bots on there.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but 1v1.
1v1?
I don't know how to do 1v1. I never played this game. Start game? I will try
guess
this.
so.
Alright.
Yeah, anyway, so this is around midnight is when I had the last drink. So 1:30 starts rolling around, which, when the bars start kind of closing down. And I try to call my friend to come pick me up. Doesn't answer. It's like, all right, cool. I still got a half hour to try and call him back. 2 o'clock comes, the bar's now closed, right? Everyone's leaving. So I'm trying to call him, calling him. He doesn't pick up. I'm like, crap. So that time in my mind, my friend I was with, he's pretty drunk. And so I'm like, it's been a couple hours. I've only had 3 drinks. I thought I was fine, right? Like, I felt fine, but, of course I wasn't. So I go and get my car. It's like down the street. I drive it in front of the bar in the parking lot across the street. And I'm parked there. And I'm waiting for my friend to get in the car. As I'm parked there, my lights is like shining on people. So like I turn my lights off real quick. And then my buddy gets in the car and stuff. I say goodbye to the rest of my friends. Then as I leave the parking lot, I totally forgot to turn my lights back on.
Classic.
And so as soon as I pull onto that road, the universe just happened to have a cop driving down the road passing me, and immediately whoops a U-turn and pulls me over.
I just created a class. What is it?
So, yeah, that's how my night. That's how my night went.
You go to jail that night?
They took me to the drunk tank, I guess. Yeah, in Orville. It's kind of funny. I guess it's make light of the situation. They pulled me over. I don't know if anyone's been to Chico. It was like a bunch of frat houses and stuff. But they pulled me over in front of They pulled me over in front of a frat house. And so when the cop was taking me out and, walking the line and, follow the finger and stuff, I had a bunch of frat guys in front of the house, like, cheering me on, like, yeah, you can do it, man, you can do it. And then as soon as he breathalyzed me and, like, handcuffs me, they're all shouting, boo, he passed.
I don't even know why you do those things. I thought I crushed mine, too.
Yeah.
Up in handcuffs.
Yeah, I know. I honestly, maybe my friend was like, I thought you were fine. I was like, well, I blew a .10.
Rookie.
What was
Rookie numbers.
What was yours?
Well, I unfortunately blew a .20. So,
Okay.
I don't even know how it happened. I must be a lightweight because I don't feel like I drank that much. I had like a couple drinks that night and watching TV over a matter of like 4 hours. So,
Wow, dang, okay.
I was just sitting there on the couch. But,
Yeah, that's crazy. That freaking sucks.
yeah, I was sitting in the drunk tank with a guy who said he had just got out the week before that for meth, and he was in there again for meth. So I'm just like, I might have made a terrible choice, but at least it wasn't that terrible.
Yeah, at least it wasn't math terrible.
It was freezing in there. They took my coat and everything, wouldn't give it back. And it was an awful night. Just laying there on some cold cement next to a guy that was tweaking out. So,
That sounds, that's the best way to spend the night, right?
I guess. How much your lawyer cost you?
Yeah, so after everything, right, in total, the whole cost was like, for me, it was like around $5,000 in total.
Total?
Yeah, just, for lawyers, and court fees, and you have to pay for classes, and it's not a fun process. How much did you end up?
Mine in total. So I had my lawyer, which was about $3,500, because as I mentioned, I started the night out with kids at the house. So unfortunately, when I get in trouble, I go big. So they tried to get me for child endangerment. So it cost more because he had to get me out of a DUI and child endangerment. I guess I didn't get out of anything, but that's what I paid for him. Then the class they sent me to cost. I had to go once a week for 9 months, and that cost a few grand. I had a police investigation. I got a bill sent to me in the mail for like $1,000 for a police investigation. I don't understand what they had to investigate. I could have told them what happened in about 5 minutes for free. So I paid for that.
$1,000.
Court fees, a couple grand, $2-3 grand. I don't remember anymore. And then I lost rank for 20 months, so I ended up out about 17-18 grand.
My
And then I actually
God.
hit a PG&E box too. That was $4,000, but my insurance covered it. And I bought a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee with my deployment money. And I totaled that about 4 months after I bought it.
Dang,
I only
dude.
had 4,000 miles on it. That was about $40,000, but luckily my insurance covered that too. So 17,000 is a lot, but 60,000 is a lot more. So I got somewhat lucky in that situation. But it was awful. But
Does it ever, like, so thinking about that, right? Does it ever make you mad, like, thinking, like, one night I could have just stayed home instead of having to pay, like, freaking $16,000-$17,000 instead of just that makes me mad. Like,
I think that, but also, like a lot of people do every single day or weekend, so to say. Let's go with weekend. Every day sounds a lot worse, but people drink and drive all the time thinking nothing's going to happen. And I did that as a young airman, and before I joined, and I thought I was, I don't know what the word is. I don't know. I didn't think I was going to get in trouble, but it happened.
Right.
So it was bound to happen. I could say one day, but it would have happened the next weekend possibly. So I
yeah,
don't like to brush my teeth before I leave the house anymore. Below that .001, you get in trouble again. But
yeah, it's a good point. I guess you kind of
this level's way too big.
I know.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to find you. Oh, hold up.
I suck.
But yeah, it is a good point. You think about, like, oh, this will never happen to me. Like, I remember, so the biggest problem I had personally afterwards, like, I never thought I would ever get in trouble for something like that. Like, never thought that would happen to me. Like, you know, they do all these briefings and teaching, like, hey, don't do this, like, it's bad. Like, yeah, okay, I get it, I know it's bad, I shouldn't do it. And then when you find yourself in, like, a situation like this, it's, I don't know, I personally just didn't think I was ever, like, capable of doing something like that. So in a way, psychologically, it really, like, messed me up when afterwards having to deal with everything and just realizing that, like wow, this actually freaking, like, I did this. Like, why? How did the heck did this happen? Like, that was pretty hard for me. And also just owning up to it, you know, like, there was no one else's fault. Like, I couldn't be mad at anyone else but myself. Like, it was 100% my fault. And, like, and that's what kind of helped me also recover, was realizing, like, you know, there's no one else to blame. Like, it is all 100%, like, you know, your fault. So
Yep. I take full responsibility for mine too, but it wasn't easy.
exactly, yeah. So yeah, so then, like, how did you you got me, what?
Is that like
You got
27?
me.
26? How did
Yeah.
I what?
So, like, how was your recovery kind of process with afterwards dealing with everything?
Oh man, alright, so my DUI was brutal, but at the time also, I was in a new relationship, had a baby on the way, so the whole recovery process was a lot more than just DUI. But,
Yeah, that's rough.
I couldn't drive anywhere for like almost a year, and then I couldn't drive on base for a year.
That
And like I
is-
said, my girl and I were on opposite sides of the week. So she'd like drive me to work, or she would drive me to the highway, and my friend would get off the highway and pick me up and take me to work. And then she'd have to wake up 4 or 5 in the morning and drive down the road to pick me up. So it wasn't just hard on me, it was hard on her and our relationship for a while. But
Yeah, I can't imagine. Man.
we went through a lot together, so that helped our relationship now. But as far as recovery, yeah, it was hard at the time. But I just fought through it and just tried to do everything I could at work to kind of make a comeback from it.
Right.
But that wasn't easy either, because I don't know how your leadership was toward you. I'm not going to say mine weren't supportive, but at the same time, they didn't necessarily make it easy, because I kind of lost trust and let a lot of people down at work. So it's not like they were looking for me to pick me for jobs or opportunities or TDYs or anything. But at the same time, they're telling you to try to come back from it. So it's like, how do I come back
Yeah.
if I'm not getting chosen to do anything?
Yeah.
So, but it actually made me a better person, airman, and father. I never won an award before I got in trouble, and since then, I think I've gotten like 3 or 4 monthlies, 3 or 4 quarterlies, gone on multiple TDYs, getting chosen left and right to do stuff, and I just picked up an assignment to be an instructor. So
Oh, nice, man.
it's I think it was, like I said, I lost rank for 20 months, couldn't drive for over a year. So it was a long, long process. It wasn't just one night.
But I mean, eventually, you do bounce back. I mean, we're living proof of it right now, right? Like, you did bounce back from it. It wasn't a career-ending thing, fortunately.
It wasn't. I thought it was going to be. 'Cause
Right.
Before high year changed, too, I lost rank and already been going in on 6 years, I think. So I had two chances to test for staff, and had I not made it, I wouldn't be here in about 6 months.
Yeah.
So, was your leadership supportive to you?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would say I was very lucky with my leadership. My leadership was very helpful, and like, beforehand I was a good airman. Like, I got awards, never been in trouble for anything, right? And so it was more of a shock to my squadron when they heard my name and like what I got. So that was the big thing. They were just mostly shocked with my situation, which granted I was too. Yeah, and everyone told me, but everyone was like, I don't know, some people made it seem like I was not going to be in. Like, they talked like, you need to prepare, for kind of like the worst situation of getting kicked out, like, and then other people were like, it's really up to you. Like, you can either let this affect your career and fall, or you can, own up to your mistakes and do the best you can to bounce back, which is exactly what I did. Like I said, once I realized that.
I was about to kill you.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, get out of here. Yeah, once I realized, like, it was 100% my fault. I couldn't be mad at anyone else, only myself, and so, yeah, I worked my butt off, man. Like, I wanted to prove not only to the Air Force and my leadership, but like to myself that like I belong in the military, and here's why. So, yeah, I messed up, but I bounced back, so, yeah, I did everything. I did all the volunteer things. I did booster club. All the dirty work that a lot of other airmen don't want to do. So, and then I got tied up for deployment as well, which also helped. And then, yeah, and luckily my commander, he just took I had a line number at the time. He took my line number away, but gave me the chance to test again. So this happened in December. I lost my line number, and then made it again the very next year. So, yeah, and so that was kind of like my redemption right there. Of course, but like making staff again, like came back.
Where'd you deploy to?
Bagram, Afghanistan.
Yeah, I had just come back from Bagram when I got mine.
Oh, really?
I actually applied with JSOC and had an interview lined up and everything. And then I did that, and they emailed me like, hey, we heard what happened. I was like, well, that was fast. And I lost that interview, so that's another thing I lost. But it worked out in the end, but it was not a fun time.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, you lose out on a lot of opportunities and stuff like that. But like I said, you learn from it, and then more opportunities come back up. So.
How'd yours only cost $5,000? You said $5,000?
Yeah, mine cost $5,000. Yeah, so my lawyer cost $2,000. Court fees was $2,000, and then I just had to do classes, which like $5. Oh God, public math on live Twitch feed. Oh God.
Just so you guys know, you have viewers.
Oh, we got viewers. Cool.
You better get your math.
Get you guys a small map.
All right. Yeah. Man, I don't know. Yeah, it was $5,000. I rounded up too, cause like I didn't lose rank or anything. I didn't lose pay, but I had to pay for like a lot of stuff. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Not as much as you though.
Yeah, it was great timing too. Baby on the way. Like, I'm just gonna throw $20,000
man,
out the
like,
window. Who needs it?
Your life just like this, and then it's like, nope. We're gonna switch things up. Yeah. So, but mindset to turn things around.
I'm gonna beat him on this level. I know this level.
Oh, you gonna beat me? Okay, you killed me one time.
Last one was a fluke, man. I got 3
You
kills.
killed me one time, all right? Yeah. So, what kind of I don't know, what kind of advice, like what kind of things did you learn? What kind of advice do you think we can give to people going through not just a DUI situation, but just someone who's going through like a rough time, maybe got in trouble with something?
I mean, just keep a positive mindset. Like, I've gone through a lot of things, military, before the military. You just got to stay positive and just try to learn how to bounce back, see what you can do to bounce back, and find those people that can help you do that. Whether it's family or friends, coworkers, mentors, just you need support definitely through those times. Like, if I'd have been alone, it would have been hard, but my girlfriend at the time, who's my wife now, she was very helpful. I don't know how she didn't leave me, just being my chauffeur for a year and a half, and called my family a lot. My mom and dad were real supportive, so I would say that's a big part of it, just finding a support team to help you get through it. And then I guess you just got to put it in your past and remember what you did, but not just dwell on it, and just try to figure out how to move on.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, speaking of dwelling, man, that was another hard thing for me. It's like, it took me a while to recover from that, because I dwelled on it a lot, and like a lot of mistakes you make in life, like, there's people dwell on things, and I dwelled on that quite a bit.
Yeah, I've always been pretty good at letting things go. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes I might let things go that I should think about a little more, but
I mean, whatever kind of like you said, it's whatever. Everyone's different, so it's like whatever helps you learn and move on, kind of thing,
Yeah.
That was
I remember the night of my DUI, actually. Like I said, I crashed into the ditch, and I got out of the car, and I was about this far, like I said, 6 inches from crashing head onto the telephone pole. So I could have been through the windshield if I had gone any further. I don't know how I didn't hit it. It was a steep ditch, so I think just like the PG&E box kind of helped slow me down some. But
and see, that's another scary thought. It's like I could have either ended my life or potentially ended someone else's life. So I think that was the main thing for me. It was like could have been a lot worse. So I mean, in that aspect, I am grateful. Like, it wasn't that bad, and I got caught. And now it's kind of taught me, like, I'll never do anything like that ever again. Like, one drink of beer, like, heck no, I ain't touching no keys, get away from me.
Right.
Nothing.
I won't even sample or drink if I'm going to drive again.
Exactly,
Talked
man.
Plenty of people out of drinking and driving.
Uber is the savior. Uber and Lyft, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, man. Like, I think that advice is good. Having a good support team, and then recognizing that, yeah, it's hard. Like, it's going to be hard. It is not going to be easy. It's going to be super hard to be positive. Like, I was definitely not positive during the situation, but I knew what I had to do, and I did it. And it worked. Like, just going by example, like, proving that, hey, I'm not this dirtbag person, like, I made a mistake, I learned from it, and moved on, kind of thing.
Yeah. I know I said like a year and a half of getting a ride around, but that definitely wasn't the end of my punishment, so to speak, either. Like, people, every EPR, they look back the last 3 EPRs, so that kind of hangs with you. And every job you want to apply for, and every opportunity, they look back 3 to 5 EPRs, so.
Right.
It's like every single time they see that, I applied for a program, an ELAN program last year, and that's what turned me down. They're like, hey, try again in like 5 years. You have good information, but that EPR is going to hold you up.
Yeah, dude.
So it just hangs on forever.
It freaking sucks, dude. It's just not worth it. So not worth it.
Yeah, there's some jobs where they want information on your entire career, too.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Trash.
That was,
Did you have to go talk to all your commanders and everything?
just my colonel. Yeah, I talked to them, and I was honest up front. I was like, "There's no excuse. There's no. Like, it was just I was dumb, and I made a mistake. I owned up to it. So, which I don't know if that helped me or not, but honestly, it's just gonna help you 100% of the way. I just shot a mannequin thinking that was you. I was like,
nice shot.
These mannequins are freaking me out, man. They're everywhere.
I had to go talk to my squadron commander, my wing commander, and my group commander, and get escorted around in blues. And for people that know me, or I guess don't know me, I don't necessarily show a lot of emotion or facial expression, so I went in there to our wing commander, stood at attention like I was supposed to, got chewed out for a while, and did my about face and marched out of there. And my flight chief had told me that they didn't think I was sorry or like felt anything about it because of like my face and how I acted in there.
Oh, really?
That kind of stunk. Like I thought I was showing military bearing, but I don't know what I was supposed to do in that situation. But it was just weird. So people kind of looked at me kind of funny after that too. Like, does he not care about this stuff? But I thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh my God, that's trash. What's the score?
6. How am I losing?
That's right, man.
I remember you
That's right,
shooting.
man, bro. Come at me. Catch these hands. You'll learn today. Ooh, where are you going? Come here. Where am I? I'm behind you. Oh, God.
What? Yeah, the guy, when I crashed him, I was telling you and I forgot. This guy was pulling down his driveway, and I was asking him for help and asking him if he pulled me out of the ditch and stuff because I tried to back out and I couldn't back out. And I was like, hey man, don't call the cops, help me out of the ditch. He's like, I already called the cops. I was like, why would you do that? He's like, you knocked the power out. So I knocked the whole power out down the whole block too.
Oh, man.
And knocked the PG&E out and everything. So it was bad. So I was like, all right. And I just stood there next to my car waiting. I remember that night they took me to the hospital, and I sat in the hospital for a while so they could do blood tests and everything.
Yeah.
I went to the jail, and the next morning sat there for hours, and that was the first time I met my first shirt and my flight chief. So that wasn't a great way to meet them.
No, right? Oh, okay. All right. So, like, what was your, I guess, I'm curious, like, what was your mindset? Like, kind of,
Like after it?
like, when it, like, let's say, like, after you crashed, the cops are calling, like, what's kind of, like, going through your
I thought my career was over for sure. I didn't think I stood a chance in staying in. I didn't know, like, the whole process and how it all worked. And
Right.
my supervisor before that, before I deployed, right before then, he actually got one too, and then he got kicked out. So I thought I was done.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I didn't like school, which is why I joined the Air Force. I didn't want to move back home. I had a kid on the way, so I had a million things going through my head. Like, am I going to stay in California? Am I going to go home? I was terrified. What about you?
Oh, man. What? Come here. Where are you going? Jesus.
You guys got a question on here? It says,
Question?
it's from Master Sergeant V.H. Prez. When are you guys going to play against real players?
On Call of Duty?
Yeah.
That's real funny. Come on, man. Get in this game.
Someone's going to have to challenge
DM us, man. Let's get in here.
You guys might be good to try the internet now.
us. All right.
Cause
All right,
they-
yeah.
I'm done whooping him one-on-one.
Okay. Getting cocky over here.
I don't know.
Oh, look at that. Victory. Again.
Yeah, I'll let you.
That score, that was a closer one. The other one was 12-3. This one, 8-9. Are you losing your touch over the course of like 15 minutes?
I'm getting the jitters, man. I'm nervous right now.
I'm just getting warmed up. I take a couple games before I learn to shoot the gun straight, I guess.
Oh, you cheater.
Get back to boot camp.
But no, my mindset was definitely the same. Like, as soon as like I got the handcuffs, I was like, oh my God, my life's over. Like, this is it. Like, everything's done. I was like, no. Like, I remember like sitting in the back, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I think one of the hardest parts too was that next morning when I got to my friend's house, like having to call my supervisor. Like, that was the first call I made. 100% the first call I made. And having to call my supervisor and tell him over the phone, hey, I got a DUI. Like, that was rough. Yeah, that sucked. So, but like looking back at it now, like at the time, yeah, it sucked. I thought life was over. I thought it was the worst thing ever. And I mean, yeah, it could have been, but we're still here because we bounced back. We did what we had to do to prove that we belong. So, but it kind of makes you think too. It's like whatever, you could be going through a rough time right now, thinking like this is it. This is the worst thing ever to happen. It's like, I mean, oh shoot, I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong
Turn
button.
on zombies?
Oh, my bad. But yeah, whatever like rough patch you're going through, like you will get through it. You can get through it, and you will get through it. Like, it doesn't have to be the end. It doesn't have to be the end of your career. Like, you can push forward and prove to people. So, all right, that's done with my rant.
What class did you say you had to take? Was it the same one? Like, it was like Pathways, the California drug and alcohol class?
Yeah, I don't know. It was one of them. Mine was only 3 months though, so like, Which also sucked because I was stationed in New Mexico and it happened in California, so then I couldn't drive until like either got out of the military or got stationed. Luckily, I got stationed, here. So
You couldn't drive anywhere? Like
no.
in New Mexico?
Not even anywhere.
Oh my
They took
gosh.
my license away, man. I couldn't drive for like 2 years.
That's brutal.
That's rough. Yeah, that's right. And like being out in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico, like you can't go anywhere without driving. So
Wait, you might have said it. I might have missed it. So how long before you moved to California after it happened?
2 years.
You were out there for 2 years doing no driving? And
No
then you
driving.
came out here and finally took the class?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Took it last year finally. Finally, I'm a big boy again. I can actually drive my own car. Yeah, which that really sucks. Like I hated that too, because like I'm like a pretty independent guy, and I hate being a burden on other people and having to rely on other people like for drives and stuff like that. And it's like, oh my god, it's the worst. It sucks.
Except mine I think was like a year, but the class was 9 months, and then I mentioned the kids were at the house, and I told the cops right away that they were there, and I only planned on being gone for like 10 minutes, and they were asleep, and they were old enough to be home anyway. But they try to claim that I didn't mention the kids, so they try to get me for the child endangerment, like I said, and I almost had to do a 52-week, one time a week parenting class too, so that would have...
My god,
It's like,
52
I have a kid
weeks.
on the way. I'm about to do an 18-year parenting class. Can I just do that? But no. So yeah, it was rough. All the stuff that did happen and could have happened, like you said, potentially killing someone or killing yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live with myself with that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just
But-
not worth it. It's not worth it. Just take an Uber, Lyft, call a friend, call Bad, call your first shirt, call someone, man. Just don't get behind the wheel.
Not worth it.
No, heck no.
Pretty
What
sure
is-
in California you can get charged pretty much with the same stuff for wet and reckless. Like if something happens after just like one beer, right?
Yeah, yeah. And like even if you're say you've been drinking or whatever, and you're in a car, you're not turned on or anything. Like I think.
Same
I don't know,
as
don't
charged.
quote me on this, but I think you have to have like your keys locked in your trunk or something like that.
Yeah, I think if you're within 12 feet of your car
Oh, is that it?
with your keys,
Oh, wow.
they can get you for attempted to drive.
Yeah, that sucks. It's not worth it at all.
Did you get in trouble at work at all? Did you get any paperwork or anything?
Yeah, like I said, I lost my line number, got an LOR,
Try zombies if you guys want.
and that was it.
That was
Yeah, man, what's up? What's up with the internet? Like,
It looks like there's just not a lot of people playing. I think that's the problem here.
oh,
Maybe. This
It is
game's like
Black Ops
40
3,
years old.
So
is Black Ops 3 old?
Private game?
4 is out, so it's not necessarily old. It's
There's a
just not the
fourth
newest.
one now.
Black Ops 4, yeah, and it's good.
How do I do this? Solo game? Or
Uh,
is it, does that do two player? I don't know how to do this. It's a private game. Okay. We'll try that. Yeah, I got a LOR, UIF, control roster.
Oh man, I hit you with the book.
Yeah. It's kind of like the UIF. Anything that you do after that, they just start building a book on all of your mishaps. Luckily, I wouldn't say luckily because I was a good airman before that and after that, but
Yeah.
they'll just pile it on. Any
Mhm.
reason to try to kick you out, so to speak.
Yeah, every little, late for work or didn't do this, that thing, man. It adds up, and especially after
no more
something like
warnings
that.
after that.
No,
They
heck no, nope. You don't get, you don't really get second chances after something like that, or third chances, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, definitely learned my lesson with that. So never again, right?
Never.
Heck no,
No.
not me, not today. Yeah.
So how long you been here? Bill?
At Beal? Oh man, it's gonna be Jesus a year next month. Time flies by.
Should we turn the game volume down? You hear that? Yeah, I've been here for about 6.5 years now. I finally got orders. I'm gonna go and be an instructor, like I said, at Goodfellow.
You've been here 6.5 years.
Yeah, by the time I leave here, it'll be like almost 7 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Good. Get out of here. That's too freaking long, man. That is a long time at a base. Where are you? Where are the freaking zombies? Oh,
They come through the windows. Should we turn the volume down on the game? Can you hear it?
yeah. There's.
are you guys able to pause?
Pause it. No, he's coming for me. He's coming for me.
One of you might need to pause and see if there's a language filter on that.
Yeah, they're saying bad things.
Language filter on the video game? Oh.
Yeah, there is usually
Is that a
one.
thing?
Come on. Come on.
Audio?
Come on, what you got?
Oh.
Subtitle.
Go back one. There's one that usually says explicit filter.
Okay,
Content filter right there.
Graphic content use generated.
I'm distracting him.
Does it say under graphic content when it's
Come on.
there?
I was
Oh,
trying to
mother
both disable
of-
and see if that worked.
Yeah. Because it's going to keep doing that. This is game mode.
Get out of here. Dude, what a freaking baller. OG. Dude,
I
these
want to play
zombies.
some online so I can show these people how good I am.
Like you did against me, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, punk? What's up, punk? Come on. There you go. There you go. Oh, come on. Man. So, man, so you're leaving. You've been here 7 years, and now you're leaving to be an instructor, you said?
Yep.
Where at?
San Angelo? For the
Oh,
BTS
yeah, going back to Goodfellow.
You guys
Yeah.
got another comment here?
Uh-oh.
Disney Tales says y'all need to actually fight the zombies.
What you mean
What?
fight them? And who's Disney Tales?
We have guns, like...
You mean like stab them?
No, just fight them.
Oh, I'm trying.
Just fight the zombies. Instead of running away, I guess.
There. Is that better? Ask if that's better. All right.
Dude, he just tore down my whole window. I'm really bad at this. Dude, these guys can't walk at all. I'm out of ammo.
Does anyone have any questions on there about our story? Something we might not have covered?
Okay, I'm about to die.
I
Oh my god. Yeah, I was about to say, I think I talked mostly, like, about my situation, you know.
You done anything with this information to help others?
Oh yeah, so actually, that's kind of a wild story too. Like, once I was able to put it on NCO, finally, right, after making it the second time, one of my first...
I made A1C 2 times and senior Airmen 2 times.
There you go, there you go. That's how you do it. Yeah, one of my... Oh, save me. Please, behind you. He's coming. Oh, I can shoot again.
What'd you do?
One of my airmen actually fell in the same situation as well. And so, actually...
I don't got any ammo. Oh, you're on the ground too?
Yeah, we both died. Yeah, one of my airmen got in the same situation, so it was actually kind of, in a way, nice, I guess, that because I just, dealt with it a couple of years ago. I knew the process, I knew the steps, I was able to help them and get through it, and
Make it as smooth as possible.
right,
Save the
and
situation.
yeah, and they're doing amazing now. Honestly, they're doing great work. So they've really bounced back and proved themselves. So, and I'm just so happy to see that. Like, I hate seeing people like get in trouble and mess up, and then everyone doesn't give them a second chance, or just now it's like labels them as that person. Like, oh, you're that person that got in trouble. You're that person that got the DUI. Like, it's like you have this stain on you now.
Right.
And it's like, no, I'm not this person. Like, I'm not that at all. Like, yeah, I messed up once, but I swear I'm a good person. I swear. And so I think with my airman now, that's gone away, in my opinion, at least. To me, it's like, you've completely redeemed yourself. You're doing awesome now. I know you messed up once. That's not who you are anymore. So, yeah, that's definitely. So I think as an NCO and being able to help people like that, right there is one example. And I'm very fortunate and glad I was able to be there for them. But I don't know, what about you?
Well, I don't have any stories specifically like that.
No.
I just sold down in June, so I just got troops, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. Should the situation arise, I'll be in that situation, be able to help them make it run a lot smoother.
Yeah.
But talk people out of driving after having drinks and stuff like that. give them rides and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Called Uber for people a few times and paid for it just so they wouldn't be driving.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's not worth it. Like I said, I did it a million times, so it's bound to happen one of those times. But never again. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
No.
I can hear you.
No, not at all.
Are you the one I saw?
Yeah. And like, not even that, but there's like, there's plenty of resources out there. Like I said, all those phone numbers with your supervisor, your first sergeant. I mean, heck, even the chaplain, or I think even, I don't know, some of the commanders are like, if you're ever in a situation, please call. Like, call me, call someone, And after the fact, it unfortunately does happen. You have more resources. ADAPT helped me a lot, actually. They taught me quite a bit mostly with like, not just drinking habits, but like how much alcohol actually really does affect you.
Right.
Like what percentages of beer, and like how long it stays in your system, and like how long it takes your body, to like basically filter it out and stuff. And so that actually helped me a lot now, because I know about that, and like I know my own limit as well. So
yeah, they'd be good to contact too. Just not just if you're scared of drinking and driving, but if you do have an alcohol problem in general.
Exactly.
If you need help, they'd be good people to reach out to. I know I went to some AA meetings and seeing what some of those people went through and how much they lost. Family, cars, houses, and I don't know. If it's not, I just need a ride home, but I need to stop drinking or need help with that problem. That's be a good place to start. And then, like you said, ADAP is very good. They have a lot of good information.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Even the chaplain, if you don't know where to start, you can start with him and see if he can help you, guide you in other directions.
Yeah, the chaplains are awesome. I've never used a chaplain before that situation, but man, they are very helpful. And I mean, even if they don't know the answer, they can always point you in the right direction. But they are super helpful as well. Like I said, when I was going through all that stuff with my personal stuff, like he helped me out quite a bit.
You said ADAP talked to you about how much alcohol affects your body and stuff. Were you drinking a ton at that time? Not like that night, but just in general. Were you drinking a lot, like weekends?
Oh, no, actually, no. It's funny, like that year, I could probably count how many times I drank on one hand. Like I was, that's another sucky thing. Like, I had hardly ever drank, and yeah. Yeah. And one time I drive and I get caught, but it's a good thing, I guess.
Before I joined, I drank a little too much, and then after I joined, I was like, man, I'm turning my life around, but I'm still drinking a lot, partying, just had a job to almost help provide for it, so I never needed help. It never affected work or anything. I didn't drink on work nights or anything like that, but weekends I'd party hard.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. Occasional drinks on weekends.
Right.
Get together and stuff like that, but not just sitting around and drinking on the couch by myself.
Yeah, and I think for me it's more like whenever I went home, I was just so happy and excited to be home around friends and stuff, and not to be in New Mexico is when I actually drank. I never really drank much in New Mexico.
That's all I did on leave. Go home. What you want to do? Well, there's nothing to do in Flint, so let's go to the bar.
Let's go to the bar, man.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. I was gonna say something, I totally forgot now. I got distracted by these zombies. Can we are we just stuck in here, or is there a way out?
You gotta open doors usually.
Open doors?
You earn money, then open doors.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait, now there's way more ground.
What doors? All I've seen is boarded up. Did you just open this thing?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's right. I haven't played zombies in so long. I totally. Where are they?
Do you just go around and open every door you can, or would that be dumb?
Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you, man. You want to play that card?
I don't know where to go.
You got him. Good job. So you got any other current plans or goals coming up for you once you get to San Angelo?
Yeah, I've meant to start working toward my bachelor a few times, but
Yeah.
not to make excuses, but every time I start to plan doing it, something comes up. I've been TDY like 4 months this year.
Right.
Last year, I was the vice president of the Booster Club, so I was planning a bunch of stuff. I planned the holiday party. I planned,
Jeez.
and our holiday party was like 6 days after my wife and I's wedding.
Oh my
So,
God.
We're busy, so once I get there and get on a normal schedule, I plan on working towards my bachelor's.
Nice, man.
That's my current plan.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's not my current. It's my plan.
Yeah.
Starting. I'm supposed to get there in December, so I'm gonna probably start trying to join school maybe January, February once I get settled in.
Okay.
I don't have any ammo. What about you?
Yeah, I'm actually currently going to school right now. I got one class left for my CCAF.
Right.
Freaking math, man. I hate math so much.
Math is my favorite subject.
Get out of here. No way. I've never heard that sentence come out of a person's mouth before. Yeah, so like that's my last class I have to take, and then there you go, nice.
Are you gonna work toward like bachelor, or are you just
Yeah.
working towards that right now?
Yeah, well right now it's taking small steps, I'm taking it one class at a time kind of thing, and then eventually work up, to get the bachelor's. That's the ultimate goal, I guess. So, yeah, but that, and then, I'm from this area originally, so now I'm back home near my family and friends, even though, the whole fire situation just happened recently, so I'm kind of focused on helping them still recover from that.
Your family and friends are from that area?
Yeah, I'm originally from Paradise, so.
Did that affect your family?
Oh yeah, we lost our house. Yeah, it's terrible. It was terrible, but luckily they made it out alive, so that's really all that matters. Like everything else is things that can just be replaced.
I'm on the ground.
I'm about to, yeah. Whoa, 45 and 1, son.
That's me.
Hey. Oh, that wasn't.
Well, I got
me.
24.
You gotta step up your zombie game, man.
Yes.
Yeah. So, no, they're doing good now. So that's all that matters right now. But I'm mostly focusing my time on that stuff. Just not very home very often, I guess. Busy with a lot of things. Dude, I need coffee. I'm exhausted right now. I'm like switching to mids right now. Like middle of the day, I'm dying right now.
I know how that goes. I worked mids for like my first 4 or 5 years here. We're trying to adjust on the weekends to hang out with family and stuff like that. So it's like every few days I'm trying to go from a mid schedule to a day schedule.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
It's definitely not the easiest thing in the world. So.
You got a party back there?
Yeah, I guess we got more people coming in. Are they joining us?
They want to play some Call of Duty?
We have a challenger.
You want to play Call of Duty?
Sure.
Alright, I want you to play against him.
No, wait, hold up now. He's security forces. He knows this. This is like his job. He's gonna whoop me.
He's gotta live downtown.
But you need to stay here too. He's gonna ask you some questions.
Oh, alright.
Oh, perfect.
I'll just move over and
Sweet.
you can play.
Sorry, Marshall.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man.
Hey, what's your name?
Nice to meet you, man.
What we playing?
I don't know, multiplayer online. Want to go online?
I'm
we
playing
can.
Try not to die too many times.
Just thinking about retraining to the top.
Let's do
Intel?
multiplayer. Maybe calm.
So I guess you could probably tell them what the pros and cons are of
Well,
to know, right, Neelan?
for what?
For training into Intel.
Yeah,
What are the pros
said
and cons?
cons, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking of like CST,
Oh, really?
but
So you're trying to go to? So you think about going to Intel though?
possibly.
Possibly. Yeah. Oh, it's
Why possibly? What's holding you
I
back?
don't. I just know that like we're transitioning quickly to a technology is like developing so quickly. I think it's just a good field to be in, and I like working on computers and being on there and troubleshooting. It's interesting to me.
Okay. I would say Intel is a good area for that because you're always on computers all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Be good after too with that clearance.
Right.
That's, I'd say, probably one of the biggest benefits is having that clearance, it's like for whatever reason you decide to get out, like that will carry on with you and get really good job opportunities outside the military. Yeah, so that's good though.
I'm intel work.
Oh yeah. I'm a 1-0, so I'm a operations intelligence guy. So like we call ourselves the jack of all trades. We know a little bit about everything, kind of stuff, and then basically gather the information, build products, and brief it to people. So briefers.
Cool. I'm a 1 and 2. I do electronics intelligence, so I'm looking at radar. So I know a lot about one thing. And I know a little bit about everything.
Okay.
So just studying radars all day long, their capabilities.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fun
I
stuff.
don't know anything about building computers or working on computers or comms, so I can't give you any pros or cons about that.
Gotcha. Do you want to make your class?
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Oh no.
See if you even
What?
What are you telling me? They're not all.
There's classes in this now? No, yeah, I'm good. Oh, I got my my little AK thing. We're good. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll take you to town. Go learn today.
Actually, I think this is just we're going split screen online.
Split screen online?
Yeah.
Good luck. We tried to play online a few times, but it didn't want to connect.
Yeah, it's not working too well.
I think Black Ops 3 is just a little more dead now. It shows that your NAT type is moderate in this internet right now, so that's actually good.
Yeah.
It usually means you'll be able to connect to anybody who's available to play. So it looks like there's just not enough people available who are trying to play this at 1 p.m. on a Thursday.
Maybe try a different match type or something.
What's up with this, guys? Where's Black Ops 4? Come on now.
Sorry,
We're fighting right now.
Out
We
of
need more
times.
funding.
Yeah, we all funding?
We're volunteer status over here.
That's good pitch now.
Oh yeah, there's a plug right there.
We need more money.
Click the link below. Can you put the link in there? Right
I don't
now?
know if we have
click
a
this
donation link yet, but if we do, click it.
Get the donation link in there. We need your money.
Buy Call of
We need
Duty.
everyone's money so we can
I'll
play
just give
Black
you all
Ops
my
4.
personal PayPal, and you can send it to me. And then
Oh,
I'll make sure it gets to the right.
yeah, that
place.
sounds like a great
Sounds
idea.
suspect.
So yeah, you're currently security forces right now?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Alabama.
Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Roll Tide. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's funny. I actually went to the national championship game this year in Santa Clara.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we got like blown out.
I'm sorry, I'm not a college football fan, but I love watching Alabama lose. Just because of the fans, man. The fans crack me up when they lose. I just see everyone like, oh my god.
Just losing their mind.
Oh man, yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to connect doing this.
Just do a 1v1 on Nuketown, you know.
I was whooping them earlier.
Let's go. Yo, no you were not.
Yeah, man.
No you were not. No you were not.
Is it custom games?
Keep talking trash. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Boom.
Oh, there is Nuketown. Okay. Yeah.
Now I can customize.
There you go. What made you go with security forces?
I really wanted to just. It seemed really cool. And I just wanted to get out of my house. I was 19. I was kind of waiting for a while to get into MEPS.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just ready, and it was the quickest way out of my current situation back home. So I was like, yeah, try it out. So.
Oh, same exact story, man. I just wanted to get the heck away from home. Like,
Right. I just
Dad,
wanted
I'm
to,
sick of this.
yeah, I just wanted to start.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Same here. I had no idea what ELINT was, and my recruiter had no idea what ELINT was. And he said, hey, someone backed out. You want to leave? I was like, when? He's like, next week. I was like, sign me up. And I packed my bags and left.
There you go.
Told my work that I was at work when they called me. Like, hey, it's my last day. I'm not coming back tomorrow. I'm like, okay.
Were you working at before?
That's money here. I worked at a bunch of different jobs. I worked at a couple different stores at the mall. I did landscaping. Worked with my mom who works in like realty, so I was doing accounting, paperwork, and banking and stuff like that. And then I worked at a restaurant as a dishwasher and as a server, and I worked at a pizza place.
My God.
So I was working at just a bunch of jobs that were all not fun.
Right.
The accounting stuff was fun, but I mean, I was working or my mom just kind of doing side stuff. But actually, that's why I want to go to get my bachelor's in financing, so I can do something like that.
There you go.
And my wife wants to open up her own business one day, so I could be her accountant, make bank, charging her.
That's where the money's at, right there.
Yeah.
Accounting.
So yeah, I worked everywhere. Believe it or not, I was at American Eagle, if you must know, when they called me.
Yes.
I was working in the
Yes.
stock room when they called me.
Did you have
I was
ripped
like,
jeans?
yeah, I want it.
Did you have the ripped jeans?
Oh, ripped jeans.
Were you out front with like the no shirt on, like, hey, come in here, you know?
Yeah, just looking at one movie.
With no shirt on. Never seen that movie.
Never seen that movie. Whoa. Hold up.
Standing in front of American Eagle with no shirt on.
All right, we're right. Hey,
Oh,
get it. Come on, man.
No, I got tired of one job, so I just go back to the other one. They all liked me, so I just be like, hey, I need a break. You can go work somewhere else, and I just go back when I got bored of that job.
Dude, this mannequin's freaking me out every time I come around this corner. Just standing there, I keep thinking it's someone else.
If those mannequins were people, you'd have a lot of kills.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny.
I thought it was.
All right. Just wait till the next match, man. Get up on here. Where are you? I'm just running around this bus. There you are. Oh.
this isn't panning out well for me.
So, how long you been in the Air Force now?
So on the 23rd, it'll be my 3-year mark.
3 years.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah, man. And now you're like kind of rethinking like your career path.
No aim.
And switching.
Talk to me after this match.
Sorry. Yeah, I've been having the same difficulty this whole time. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to focus. Like,
Yeah, that's why I lost, because I was too focused.
oh, here come the excuses. Ay, ay, ay. What are you doing?
Let's play one match, no talking.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm running away. I'm running away. I'm running away. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come on. I'm gonna find you. There you are.
You're walking back if you want.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He's on me. Where is he? Oh, I'm running. Oh my god. I don't know what just happened. I was right on the side of the bus.
Oh, yeah,
So
there's wall
confused.
running in this and double jump.
You can just jump off of every single wall? That's ridiculous.
I didn't do it
You
there.
guys are missing out on some of the mechanics of the game, it looks like.
Yo, I told you, I haven't played Black Ops since the first one, Vietnam era, okay? Back in my day, we would fight the Vietnamese in some Black Ops 1.
By walking on the ground,
That's right.
not flying and running on walls.
Hey, stop it!
I gotta change my gun.
He killed me with a pistol. That is one of the worst ways to die in this game. Is someone can kill you with a pistol.
It's pretty embarrassing.
That's why it's
It's,
forces.
I think there's a word, humiliation.
Thank you, Sergeant Harden. I appreciate that. Oh my God, he's flying.
I was trying tomahawk.
Tomahawk. What is
It's
that?
cocky now. The score is still close.
Dude, these are some nice houses. What the heck? Oh, this is original Newtown. I just caught on to that. This is like a futuristic original. Oh my God!
Oh,
Get out of my house! You're not welcomed in here, punk.
On the backyard. He just came downstairs.
Yo, don't be helping him, okay?
If you can have Sergeant Marshal Rage quit, alright, we'll pitch in, get you a little reward.
No, sir. I don't quit nothing. Okay, maybe after
It's
that.
your opportunity, isn't
We're not quitters. The
it?
moral of this story, we're not quitters.
The moral of our
Oh.
DUI stories.
oh.
Dude, that's some iRobot stuff. That is creepy.
He's on base, huh?
His?
Yeah.
Off base. Yeah, he was. Where'd you say you were? Chico or not Chico?
My DUI?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was off base. I was in Chico.
Chico.
Downtown Chico. Yeah. Yeah.
Airman Henley, have you ever stopped someone with a DUI? Or
I personally have not.
Not today.
how would you do it?
I mean, I get shot.
He's a little distracted with me whooping him right now. You never pulled over someone with a DUI?
I have no idea. Sergeant Arnaldo might.
Do they happen on base here a lot?
Yes.
Like the actual pull over on base?
So my cases are a little different. When it comes to any of the DUIs I've encountered, they've actually run into something or they've hit something.
Like that
So-
pole outside the Wheatland gate?
Yes, and there was a couple months ago major vehicle accident down on Devon Landry. They took out
What's up, man? Come
a stoplight at Three Bridges. Yeah, so that was one of the DUIs I've dealt with. So all my DUIs dealt with cases like that. Something actually happened.
Stoplight's like right on the bridge, isn't it?
There's two. There was two, one on each end.
Oh, that's
the
how
one
you do
closest
that. Okay,
towards,
I'm learning.
The Wheatland gate is the one that they ended up.
Dang, son.
Actually.
Come on, bro.
I guess it's better hitting that than going off the bridge.
Right, and nobody got hurt. So I mean, that's
That's
a good thing out of it, of course.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't get hurt. So my car was totaled. Like when I went and saw it the next day at the impound, well, that was another charge, impound and towing fees. But
Yeah.
when I went and looked at it, like I almost cried. I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, it hurts.
My car was messed up, and I came out without a scratch.
You really feel fine. You're
It's
not
a positive though, you know.
It is
Yeah, of
definitely
course, it's
positive.
gonna hurt when all these your materialistic stuff, you lose it. It means your car.
Yeah, they're talking about it possibly being totaled, and I was like, "How's it totaled?" I think
Where are you? No!
swerved into a ditch, and then I saw it.
Right.
Yeah, that's totaled.
Yeah.
That's totaled. That's bad.
Yeah, like how bad was it? Pretty smashed up, your Jeep?
The left side, the driver's side wasn't too bad, but like I swerved down off to the right because I like swerved and
Oh
went
my
down to
God.
the right into the ditch, and I hit like the big like metal stability wires that come off the telephone pole and the PG&E box. So I don't know what happened. The whole right side of my car was all dented in, like all the framework and everything, and all the front was messed up, and the hood was all busted.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I just got out of my car and walked away. Could have been a lot worse.
Right.
Where are you? Dang.
Yeah, it's like kids would be, obviously you would never know.
Yeah. I said I plan on being gone for maybe 10 minutes. I would never drink and drive with the kids in my car or anyone else in my car.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Well, I wouldn't say anyone else. I definitely would drink and drive with anyone else in my car. Never again.
I'm just getting whooped now. I don't know what happened. It's,
I know what
he
happened
turned
in
the
car,
switch
but
on, and now the butt whooping's coming for me. Like,
He was sharking.
yeah.
He stopped talking.
Yeah, as I say, he's more. Ask him more questions. Distract him,
Ask
Jake.
you a question, you might have a chance.
BTZ, evidently.
I'll pass that window.
Tell me your opinion.
Tech school was like 4 months, I think. I don't know the exact day that it was, but
So when did you put on A1C?
that was like December of 2017 or 18.
You're actually putting on senior airman soon as well.
Yeah, in like 2 weeks, I think.
Awesome. Real soon.
Got another one for you.
Let's get tested.
When you went through tech school, did they teach you things like driving squad cars and all that, or is
Yes.
that something that's on the job?
Yeah, so there's like basic law enforcement, like where you get familiar with the controls in the vehicle of how to like work the lights and the sirens and all that, and you get experience with actually pulling people over on base. So that's really cool.
you get to drive and like peel out and do swerving through cones and stuff like that?
Not that.
High speed chases?
Not really high speed. It wasn't for me. It was basic, like, just.
Oh my god! Oh my god! No! 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 Dang it!
Did you have
Scared me.
anybody in your class who didn't have a license or didn't know how to drive?
No. So actually, I think joining security forces is a requirement to have your driver's license.
That would make sense.
Yeah, we've had people
We
that
did.
tell without it.
Yeah, we get other guys.
I knew three different people when I moved here that didn't have their license, and one of them didn't get it for like a year and a half. I'm just like,
So that's the trick. Open general don't have a license.
Right. He be fine.
yeah, Open General don't have a license.
Don't have a license.
Security forces.
If that's not your plan,
Yeah.
there's some people that-
What?
Did you come in? Did you go straight to security forces?
I did. I went
On
straight.
my
to
staircase?
forces.
How dare you.
It was the same concept as them. Like I just wanted to get out of there. And, it seemed like the fastest route, honestly. Because it was
Oh
either
my-
that or
bruh.
I'd be waiting for all the other
Oh, God. I'm rage quitting already.
I
Sorry.
was borderline.
The vein is popping on my forehead right now.
Want me to help you?
I don't like this at all.
You grab one side of the control, he grabs the other side. And then you faster.
Dude,
I control the shoe.
are you?
Oh, he's on the verge of death too. Oh no, he heals.
I already knew he was gonna whip you when he immediately set up his class and knew where all the attachments were.
Actually, yeah. I didn't think about
The
that.
moment he said, "Are you going to make a class?" and you were like,
Should've
"What?"
known. You should've known it was that.
Hey,
Oh.
I was about. Dang, I keep dropping him. Sorry.
Should I replace Arnold?
No, it's all good. It's all
I
good.
think.
This is pretty good.
You guys have any closing statements for the stream?
You wanna start us off?
Start us off. I don't know, nothing we haven't already said. Just all those safety briefings they give you before every weekend might get repetitive and boring, but take them seriously. Don't drink and drive. Have a plan. Uber. Call your supervisor or friends. Do it. It's not worth it. Whether it's $5,000, 17 grand, 2 years of not being able to drive, it's all awful. Nothing good about it.
Yeah, man. Like you can go through all these classes and all these trainings and briefings and stuff, and everyone's gonna tell you don't do it, right? Just look at us, for example. Like the good and the bad, right? Like it was totally not worth it. Yes, we bounced back. We were able to prove ourselves, but it is 100% not worth the money, the guilt, career, everything. Your life, someone else's life is 100% not worth it. So we have not a million, but we have a lot of resources, phone numbers. There's help, there's support if you're in a situation like that, to get you out of that situation. Call your supervisor, your first shirt, your chaplain, even the commander if you have to. Like if no one else is picking up the phones. Yeah, I don't know. Can you call security forces? Can I call you, Airman Henley?
Yeah, you could call me.
Yeah? All right,
Call
man.
me.
Cool. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if I want to call you after whooping me in that game, man. Heck no. But, yeah, so, yeah, just please don't do it. Do not do it. And if you're in a rough situation right now, whether it be recent DUI or you're just going through something rough at work with maybe a failed PT test, anything, right? It could all look bad right now, but you do have the opportunity to bounce back. You can make the right choices, and it's what you make of it. So don't just fall through the cracks. Yeah, that's all I got.
You got anything to say, Henley?
Yeah, just be smart about everything you do. And know that each choice that you have has a consequence. Just make sure you actually think before you do something that you're going to end up regretting. So,
Like beating your NCO in Call of Duty.
yeah.
Think about that.
Nah, you don't got to think about that.
All right.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the opportunity to do this.
Cool.